Have you ever watched one of those wildlife docudramas where a predator, such as a lion or a crocodile, is lying in ambush waiting on an unsuspecting animal? They just sit there, motionless, waiting for the prime opportunity that their prey straggles away from the herd. The slow one, the lollygagger, uh, you'll hear the narrator say, "Oh, look at all of those gazelles. Look at the beauty as they gracefully bound across the savannah." But the camera is focused on the one lackadaisical antelope way to the rear. He's lagging behind. He's a lollygagger. And the lion smacks his jaws and thinks to himself, if lions think, "That looks like lunch to me," and springs from his lair and pounces on that lone straggler and pulls it down in one mighty lunge. Lights out for the graceful gazelle. See, that's what will happen to us as followers of Christ. Could happen to us as followers of Christ. You see, when we're fellowshipping with the Lord and with God's people, we all move in harmony. Now, social distancing does not mean social isolation. We still need each other. We still need to pray for each other and encourage one another, even if that means a text message, a phone call, FaceTime, Facebook portal I heard about the other day, getting into a Zoom room or Skype. The point is, stay together. But when you're a straggler, a lollygagger, when you neglect contact with other believers, you're following at a distance, oblivious to your surroundings. And that's where you can get into trouble. Deep, deep trouble. Peter knew what it was like to enjoy close fellowship with the Lord. But he ultimately became a straggler, a lollygagger, by following at a distance. At one point, Peter even denied that he ever knew who Jesus was. Right then and there, Peter began to self-destruct. He became a lollygagger. The Bible tells us after Jesus' arrest in John 18, it says that Simon followed Jesus, and so did another disciple, that's John. Now that disciple was known to the high priest and went with Jesus into the courtyard of the high priest. Peter kept his distance from Jesus, not just physically, but spiritually. He was close enough to see what was going on, but far enough away to get himself in trouble. See, when you get connected with your church family, when you get connected to a body of believers, you're going to develop friendships and relationships with other believers that's going to be advantageous to you. What's more, you have someone to walk alongside of you with, to be accountable with, that you can endure the good and the bad of life. So let me encourage you to be engaged. Be committed to the body of Christ. Be part of what God is doing. Don't be the one who isolates themselves or lollygags, the one who has too much of the world to be happy in the Lord and too much of the Lord to be happy in the world. That's got to be a miserable no man's land. Don't be a lollygagger, or I'll make you a guarantee you'll get picked off.